Drafting with Numot. Hello friends, Kenji back again for another edition of Drafting with Numot. We're going to bring back another Guilds of Ravnica competitive single elimination draft. Got our pack here already, as you can see, and what choices do we have? At this point, it's probably just going to be Deadly Visit, but secondary options are like Watcher in the Mist or House Guild Mage. I think Deadly Visit is going to be the pick here. I would like to lean towards Dimir, but if Golgari is open, so be it. I think Deadly Visit is just the strongest individual first pick here. Don't particularly expect anything good to wheel, but that's okay. Deadly Visit is a good one, and pretty happy to take it as my first card. Pick number 2 also has some goodies for us. Plenty of black cards in the pack, but none that we're going to take over the very good uncommon City Watch Sphinx. Slight awkward note that we're passing the Watcher in the Mist and the House Guild Mage, which is kind of a weird blue-black signal, but happy to take it. And again, it's much more important to read what you're being passed than what you're passing. So going to just take the most powerful card here, the 5/4 flyer, and maybe look to be a nice Dimir deck of sorts. This is, I mean, above average as far as starts in a draft are concerned. And yeah, now we have Artful Takedown, a Guild Gate, and a Watcher in the Mist as well. The thing is, if I pass Watcher in the Mist, it's not necessarily a sign for people to jump into Dimir, right? Because you can still play it in Izzet or any other multicolor deck you might run. So we're going to take the Artful Takedown here just for more signaling purposes, and I think it's a little bit better than the Watcher in the Mist. Although if I get another choice between Artful Takedown and Watcher, I might take the Watcher as opposed to the second Takedown, but pretty easy choice there for me. We also passed, a Whispering Snitch out of our second pick where I took the Sphinx, so not a high chance of that wheels, but other things to note, to look out for. Pick number 4 has a lot of good cards across multiple colors. Potentially a Necrotic Wound for us, Dowser of Lights, Muse Drake, there's a Sky Knight Legionnaire, and an Ornery Goblin. I think the choice between Necrotic Wound and Muse Drake is going to be my choice. I think I lean towards the removal, even though the Wound is a little bit more, well, you need a little bit more to make it work, right? As opposed to just, say, Deadly Visit, but it is cheap, it is versatile. I think I'm going to take it over the Dowser or the Muse Drake. And get past a Severed Strands here versus an Izzet Guild Gate. So we could potentially splash if we wanted to. This keeps us open to opening things like Hypothesizzle, whereas Strands is just an okay removal spell. I think we do end up taking it here still over the Izzet Guild Gate, but it's pretty close. This is like the 4th leapfrog we've seen. That's another Legionnaire, by the way, so I'm wondering if Boros is actually the place that I was supposed to be as I take the Dimir Locket here. Keep an eye on the red-white cards, because 6-pick Sky Knight Legionnaire I think is a very big signal. And it's probably too late for me to jump into that ship now. I mean, I think we have a good start, but it's a little bit awkward if Boros was the place to be as opposed to Dimir. Okay, some medium cards for all of those decks. I suppose we can just take a Veiled Shade. I've never been one to like this card that much, but I think it's fine, and it keeps the signal cut off since there's not really much here for anything but Selesnya anyways. Hopefully I haven't punished myself by taking a blue and black card right off the bat. Okay, that's a good sign. 8th pick, we have Dimir Guildgate, Dowser of Lights, Muse Drake. I'm actually a big fan of Dowser of Lights. I think it's just a very solid creature in this format. Having 5 toughness is exactly where you want to be. That being said, the Dimir Guildgate and the Muse Drake are pretty tempting. I guess I'm going to take the Drake here. I think we're more likely to get a Dowser later on. Let's take the Leapfrog. Mephitic Vapors is a very good sideboard card, and sometimes you can even main deck it in a pinch. Alright, another late Gird. We saw 2 of those. Bury of the Bones is okay. Not great, but fine if you're looking for some cards to surveil. Alright, so I think if I had jumped into Boros, I would have had the best deck possible, but there just weren't many good Boros cards in like the first 2 picks, which would have sent me down a weird timeline. But we did see that late Sky Knight Legionnaire in both, packs 5 and 6, I think. Truthfully, I'm not really locked into blue at the moment. We could still be a Golgari deck, for sure. And some of our cards, like Necrotic Wound and Severed Strands, do get a little bit better in the Golgari deck versus the Dimir. But splashing is always a possibility, too. What do we got here? We got a Dimir Spybug, Crawl Swarm, Guildgate Dowser, Strands, and a Notion Rain. So as it stands, I don't have that many ways to surveil, but Spybug is a really good one if you're able to get the means to scry. I think Notion Rain is generally going to be better, but the Spybug has higher upside, so I'm going to go with the Notion Raid. See if we can make that work. For now, I'll put the Mephitic Vapors in the sideboard, and I'm not hoping to run 2 Shades, but starting one's not awful. Okay, another Notion Rain here versus like a Burglar Rat and a Devious Cover-Up. Pretty happy to see that there. Although now I'm a little bit sad that I passed the Spybug, but double Notion Rain, definitely good. And now I certainly have a reason to be Dimir. As we get either a Deadweight, Darkblade Agent, could even consider taking the Hypothesizel. I think now that I've taken the double Notion Rain, it might be correct to take the Darkblade Agent. This card can just do a ton of work. Obviously, this Beast Whisperer is super awkward for me to pass. I mean, I could take it and go Golgari for sure, but this is kind of like the turning point, the fork in the road. Do I want to take the Beast Whisperer, go like straight up Sultai, or do I want to just take the Darkblade Agent and kind of commit to the Dimir? I think I'm going to try to commit to the Dimir and hopefully don't regret it. Alright, pick number 4 has another City Watch Sphinx for us, which is nice. Passing a Sabotage and like a Gateway, but good to have another fat beater. Yeah, kind of janky pack here, nothing we're really excited about. Spinal Centipede, I guess. We already have a lot of 3-drops, we're not looking for any more. But it's the only card that I'm really going to take. Again, there is a Guildgate that I could consider splashing for, but we'll take the Spinal Centipede and probably just run in our deck. Wow, we are seeing some crazy green cards in this pack. Bounty of Might here now, and that's 6th pick. For us, we have Child of Night, Dimir Informant, Stroke, Dowser of Lights, and a Guildgate. So plenty of good choices here, but this is far and away the best card in the pack. And I think I'm just going to take the Dimir Informant. Kind of feels bad, but I think it's the route to go. Jeez! And Golgari Findbroker in the pack here as well. The thing is, we're not going to see much... Well, that's not true. I'm going to say this, but we're probably not going to see much Golgari in the last pack. But if it was just open from both sides, then obviously that was the place I was supposed to be. I'm just going to take the Findbroker here. Don't necessarily expect to be running green now. I already passed so much good green, but I've been put in a really awkward position. All right, that's good. We've wheeled the Crawl Swarm and the Dowser of Lights. Take the Dowser. Another Dissident here. Rhizome Lurcher. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I passed a Bounty of Might and I passed a Beast Whisperer, and I'm kind of building like a sideboard Golgari deck, so pretty darn awkward. I'm trying to go back in my mind and remember if there was like a huge signal to go Golgari in the first pack. I don't think there was. I mean, we saw like Okra and Assassin, but wasn't that in the second pack as well? Super awkward. Had I taken nothing but the green cards and green and black cards this pack, our deck would be pretty darn good. I mean, I could always go like this. Get a little nonsense going on. Splash like the card draw, the removal, and the big flyers. It's not entirely impossible as we take a Price of Flame here. We're losing out on a Gatekeeper, but I didn't take any gates yet. Darkblade Agent, Plaza, Guildgate. Let's just take the good removal spell. And hope we get paid off here. Ooh, good pack. Midnight Reaper, Affectionate Indrik, Watcher in the Mist, Guildgate, Stray. My curve is definitely better with the green cards, but it's going to be pretty hard at this point to not play some of my blue, since I've already hedged so much. I'll take the Midnight Reaper. Pelt Collector too, my gosh, yeah. So apparently this was the place to be. I'm going to definitely splash the Citywatch Sphinxes if I get some fixing. And I think the Artful Takedown's probably worth splashing as well. Card draw also very good. Darn. So we could have had a Bounty of Might and a Beast Whisper. I'm just playing it back in my head. And I even said the Beast Whisper was my fork in the road, so guess that's a little bit on me. Okay, I think we just need to take the Guildgate here. At this point, some other fine cards in the pack. Best one probably being the Direct Current, but this is a weird route. And the thing is, I don't have that many creatures right now. Like, normally Golgari, you want to have, well, 16, 17 creatures. But right now I'm sitting at 13. I mean, I can cut the Dimir Locket. I'm probably supposed to, if I can get a few more pieces of fixing. I suppose the Notion Rain aren't necessary. Oh my gosh, there's just a ton of Izzet stuff in this pack now. I guess I can splash the Informant, or the Agents rather. Could also consider taking the Disdainful Stroke on the splash. Oof. The things I've done. I mean, I don't even know if my green's worth it. Like, it was super open, but this doesn't really make a deck, does it? Yeah, super awkward. Another Golgari Guildgate here. Ay, ay, ay. I just think we're probably still better off on this. Oh boy, I've been super wishy-washy. It's just like I feel we need the 2-drops that green gives us, you know? And it's not even like our black's all that bad. Or sorry, our blue's all that... Yeah. Just gotta commit, Kenji. Just gotta commit. Let's take the land. Take the land and commit to the 3-color jank. Crawl Swarm here. Golgari Locket and a Circuitous Route are both okay, actually. I wonder if I'm supposed to run the Circuitous Route. I think I might. Help splash all this jank that I've taken already. Oh, wow. Dimir Guildgate on the wheel, also very good. All right. You know what? I think we've kind of got there. think I might just end up splashing the takedown and the 2 Sphinx. It hurts losing out on the Notion Rain, but I don't think I need them. I wish I had one more Severed Strands as well, but I actually have a decent number of removal spells. We have the Necrotic Wound, Severed Strands, the Price of Flame, the Takedown, the Deadly Visit, so I think this is okay. I've never been that impressed with Undercity Uprising. I think we'd rather just have another Rhizome Lurcher here. And maybe cut the Crawl Swarm. Another card I've never been huge on. It's fine, though. It might honestly be better than, say, Veiled Shade, which is also a card I've never been very big on. Yeah, let's play the Swarm over the Shade. And sideboard Stroke. We'll just pretend that we never saw Beast Whisperer, and we never saw Bounty of Might, and we just drafted perfectly, and this is what we ended up with. Right? Good. Great. Let's just... Nobody tell anybody. It'll just be me, you, and our little secret, okay? Also, and hindsight bias aside, go ahead and write in the chat down below what you think I should have done, because this was kind of a mess on my part. But I think our deck ended up pretty good overall. Decent creature quality, decent removal quality, decent fixing, so I think we're probably going to be able to do pretty well with this deck. Even have the Urban Utopia there for extra fixing. I don't think I'm going to run more than, say, 1 or 2 islands, in all honesty. Let's see, this gives me 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I mean, our mana is pretty good. We don't need blue sources until much later in the game. Like, sometimes you're going to want to cast Artful Takedown on turn 4, but I feel like the majority of the time I'm not going to need blue until much later, and right now we have Guildgate, Island, Utopia, and Circuitous Route. So let's save this, let's go to the first round, and hope we can push through. All right, here we are for the first round with our green-black, splashing blue deck. We have won the die roll. Let's play first, and I think we're going to mulligan this one down. 4 swamps, nothing to do until turn 5. Let's go to 6. Much better. Good to go turn 1 Guildgate, turn 2 land Utopia. Do I want to draw a 3-2? I think we can do better than that. Even a land would probably be better. Leads with the mountain. I guess we're going to lead with the Dissident here instead, because if we miss a land drop next turn, we can just play the Utopia anyways. So not too bad to just get the creature online and start attacking, since I don't have anything to do on turn 3. Playing that first in case we draw one of our other guild gates. Piston Fist, okay. I guess we're just passing here. Looks like opponent might be missing one of their colors. Speak of the devil. Uh-oh. That is kind of scary. Hopefully we draw a land next turn. I will just use Deadly Visit on that. Great. Yeah. I think it's too scary to let that sit on the battlefield, because it might just do so much damage as a result, and wow, we get to bin 2 swamps, which is nice. I have plenty of removal in my deck, so I'm not too concerned about using that on a Erratic Cyclops, which may or may not ever be super relevant. Okay, gonna play out the Crawl Swarm here instead of attacking. I don't want to attack and then block and me forced to use the pump ability, especially if they ran it or had a Sure Strike. I think we'd rather just play out our flyer. Electromancer is always one of those silly cards. It either does a ton of work or nothing, right? Command the Storm. Okay, that unlocks their Piston Fist. I don't think they trade with their Electromancer, but maybe they do, and I'll accept. Gets an extra creature in their graveyard for Necrotic Wound. And let's just jam the Dowser now. They just used a 5-mana burn, or 5 damage burn spell, so if they now have like a Hypothesis or something, it's going to be harder for them to deal with our Dowser. They could just have another Command the Storm, of course, but seems like a fine line. Okay, no attacks because they don't have a spell. 4 cards in hand. We Dragonauts is the play. And let's go attacking. If they double block, I just let damage resolve. Yeah, let's play out another large creature. And then next turn, I can put the Iron Shell Beetle token on top of the Crawl Foragers to attack through the Piston Fist, but it looks like they have a Hypothesis here. That's fine. Really would like to draw another green or black source so I can find Broker plus Necrotic Wound this next turn. Great. So now we can attack in for 4 here. And I think I like wounding the Dragonauts, because the Piston Fist can just be blocked by basically all of my creatures. Find Broker, and let's get back our Foragers. The reason I needed to use the Necrotic Wound first is because the Find Broker would have made the wound only give -2/-2. Heck, I can even pitch like the Iron Shell Beetle to the Crawl Swarm to bring it back, but again, we were going to make the play that I was going to make earlier where we Iron Shell Beetle on top of our Find Broker so that I can attack through the Piston Fist. 5 cards still in the opponent's hand. You'll notice that the Hypothesis will discard the Sabotage. Would not be entirely surprising if they're missing out on some, other double blue cards. Maybe Watcher in the Mist, etc. They have some sort of play here. It's a little bit hard for them to race me because they know I have the Crawl Foragers to bring back some more life. So if they just have like another Hypothesis, it's not all that great. Okay, that's fine. Still 4 cards in hand, though. I think I'm just going to go to combat and see what they do. No plays, that's good. So no Sonic Assault. I think it's safer to now not play the Beetle out and offer the trade. If Piston Fist trades for the Find Broker, I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, that's good. Bounce spell, sure. We're still trading with their Find Broker, though. And we'll just replay out our Dowser. Ooh, they must have a 3 damage burn spell or something. Oh, no, they're just passing. I see. Drawing the Severed Strand makes it a lot more reasonable to run out the Iron Shell now instead of just discarding it, but I think here we're fine running out the Foragers, gaining some life. Getting stroked. Okay. That's fine. Dowser's still doing the biz. This is where I expect to see some blue cards. Oh, just a bunch of junk blue cards. Yeah, let's attack for 4. Okay, they go to 2. Let's play the Iron Shell. And I'm going to put the counter on itself and then sacrifice to kill the Guild Mage, I think. I gain 1 more life this way. Hopefully this just wasn't a terrible play. Okay, so they're going to leave back at least 1 of their 2 creatures that can attack this turn. That means they can double block my Dowser. Generous Stray. Okay. Yeah, let's go to combat. Offer the trade here. Happily accept the double block, if that's the case. Nice, that's good for us. And now here I'm going to circuitous route and then end of turn bring back my Crawl Swarm. I think it was right to kill the Guild Mage. This looks scary. Uh-oh. Nothing? I don't have anything in their graveyard. City Watch Sphinx also pretty good. I think we're going to run that one out instead. Hopefully they don't have Expansion Explosion. But if they do, they're going to have to kill my Sphinx. Oh, maybe they're just going to go for it. Oh, Invent. Nice. They could get another Hypothesizel here or something. That has the potential to just kill me. Depending on what they get here. Like Beacon Bolt plus Hypothesizel. That'd be pretty darn good. I wonder if there was a turn I could have done something a little bit differently. There probably was. I mean, I suppose I didn't... Oh, is that all? Okay. I mean, that's a very aggressive card. So... maybe their best bet is to Sonic Assault right now, get in for 2 more. Like, they have me at 1. But they don't have me dead. Interesting. I guess I'm going to block here. They have to have a Sure Strike or something that they just drew. Wait, what? Oh, okay. That's not that bad then. We do get to Surveil, so bottom that, top the Price of Fame. Looks good. Get to play out our Crawl Swarm. Price of Fame, obviously a nice hit. They still have Sonic Assault in their hand. And I'm going to go ahead and price right now. I was waiting to see if they were going to let me, or if they weren't going to let me block. Leapfrog, all right. Oh no, they win! They get to Sonic Assault and then Sonic Assault again in the air. Oh no! That's brutal. Wow, that was a great draw for the opponent there. Alright, well, I'll play out the Dissident and make them have it, or make them do it, but I am dead here. Dang. Good turnaround. Well done. Yep. Close game. Okay. So double invert invent. What happens if I take the damage from the 2/1? I don't think that's right though. Like, you can't assume they're gonna draw something like that, you know? How many 1 toughness creatures did I see from them? We saw the Mesmerist, the 2/1 first strike, the Frog. I think we can probably bring in the Mephitic Vapors and just cut the circuitous route. We didn't seem to need it there. Close one. Let's go on the play. This hand's a little bit slow, but I'm going to keep it. It's nice to have a removal spell already in hand, although we know they do have, or they can have, an aggressive draw. They have lots of 2-drops we saw. Yep, there's one of them. I'm not thrilled with it, but I might run out the Fine Broker on turn 4. Although, maybe they play like a Piston Fist this turn, and then I can get some value by surveilling something to the graveyard. I think we're just gonna wait though. Price of Fame is gonna hit something better. Although this might eat a Disdainful Stroke. Or Sinister Sabotage, sure. So, Pelt Collect. I need one more green before I can go Pelt Collector into Find a Broker. Crackling Drake, yeah, that's one I'm going to want to kill. They have 6 cards in their hand still. I could just Sphinx here. I'd end up taking a lot of damage though. If they just have a removal spell. I think we're gonna kill the Drake main phase. Play it safe. Put 2 lands in the graveyard and then play out our Pelt Collector. Take 2 first strike again. Card's done 8 damage to me. Yeah, that's a problem too. Alright, I'm going to Find Broker back. I think our Dowser and just say go. But we are not in good shape here. We know they have like Sonic Assaults, Command the Storms, Hypothesizals. This might be a quick one. Yeah. Alright. Well, if they invert me, I take 8. Not really sure what I'm supposed to do here, though. I guess drawing Severed Strands would be a good start. Notably, if they use it like invert plus Hypothesizal, I'm still only taking 8. Wait, no, I'd take less than that now. Alright, well, there's the invert. So it's going to make their creature a 1/8, and then it's going to make it an 8/1. I don't die to Hypothesizal here, though, because it'll swap their toughness instead, or boost their toughness instead. Yeah, they're wasting spells at this point. The layers, they just cast a Sure Strike for no damage. I mean, I still think they're heavily favored here, but it's kind of funny. Taking 8. Would it have been more damage? Maybe, if they just cast like Invent, I would have taken 2 less damage, but they would have still had. Oh, we did it! We drew the Severed Strands. Okay. That's very good. So let's Generous Stray here. And I'm going to attack for 3. Then I'm going to Severed Strands away my Fine Broker, gain 4, kill their Cyclops, and make my Pelt Collector a 3/3. Okay, that is exactly the card I was talking about, exactly the card we needed. Okay, so they probably kill my Pelt Collector here, discarding their Mesmerist. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and chump, I think. Actually, no, I'm not. But I do have to be worried about a Sonic Assault. A Sonic Assault will kill me on the spot right now, if they have it. It's also pretty scary. Yeah, because Sonic Assault is already lethal, I'm just going to go ahead and try to race. I think that's my only out at this point, or only chance at this point, racing. All right, Devious Cover-Up. It's pretty good. Gonna fall down to 3 if they have an instant or sorcery to make their frog flying. Oh, right, they had Radical Idea already in their graveyard. Yep. So Generous Stray is gonna jump in front of the Fresh-Faced. I guess we're hoping to draw Crawl Salvagers to gain some life, but it would only be 2 life currently, maybe 3. Oh, they also had the Sonic Assault. All right, GG's. Yeah, tough match here. If the Exit deck just gets underneath me, they just have too many ways to push through. Sonic Assault is such a good card in these type of decks. I thought our deck was pretty good, despite me waffling all around. But yeah, just a little bit too slow and couldn't race the Izzet deck well enough. So, unfortunate round 1 loss, but I don't cherry pick my drafts. Sometimes you lose in round 1. Sometimes you go all the way to the finals in 3-0. But that's going to be it for this draft today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something. Like, I think the drafting itself was very interesting. It was really weird because in the first part of the draft, Boros looked really open, and I didn't think Golgari was super open. But then in pack 2, I had an opportunity to move into Golgari, you know, seeing that Beast Whisperer, and then afterwards seeing that Bounty of Might. And I just ended up moving in too late since we still got quite a few good cards. I thought our deck was still fine. Unfortunate to lose round 1, but that's the way it goes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to check out all of my other content posted here on the MTGO Traders channel. And of course, you can check me out on Twitch every weekday, twitch.tv/NumotTheNummy. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.
Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome MTG content just like this. And make sure to tap the bell icon to be notified whenever a video is made live. If you want to keep watching content, here are 2 more videos for you. This video and many others are sponsored by MTGO Traders and Cape Fear Games. Buy and sell digital singles to build your online collection today with MTGO Traders, and get your paper singles, accessories, and much more from Cape Fear Games. Whatever your Magic needs, both places have you covered.